Made it here last night to Lone Pine Campground for the long Labor Day road trip.
This morning I'm heading to the Alabama Hills.
Western of Florida. Nice waterfall.
Got yesterday to acclimate to the change in altitude. We are going to do a hike up to Lone Pine Lake today.
Hiking up the Whitney Portal Trail towards Lone Pine Lake. Beautiful morning. A little bit hazy in the morning, but beautiful. Entering into the John Muir Wilderness. Another stream crossing. Here we go. Arrived at Lone Pine Lakes, finally. Beautiful Lone Pine Lake. So peaceful. Very tranquil Lone Pine Lake. Beautiful Lone Pine Lake from this side of the trail, looking back to the lake, and Mount Whitney behind it. Beautiful day in August.
The next day, we left Lone Pine and made a stop at Manzanar. On the way to the next campground near Bishop, we checked out Lake Sabrina, which sits at about 9,100 feet of elevation. After Lake Sabrina, we decided to check out some other lakes in the area. The next closest one is North Lake, which is just a short drive off the main road. However, to get to North Lake, you have to go through some unpaved road, and it's rather precarious because it's more or less a single lane up a very steep slope to get to North Lake. As you can see, there's a big drop off on the right.
In 0.3 miles, your destination is ahead.
Once you get through the steep section and you pass all these alpine meadows, you will eventually get to the North Lake parking area, and from there is just a short walk to the lake itself. The lake is perfect for fishing and maybe kayaking and paddleboarding. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any of those gears. Since there is still daylight, we decided to make one more detour to go to South Lake, before heading to our campground. South Lake is actually just a few miles further down the road from where we would be staying, so it's not like a major detour, just getting further down the path than we have to. The three lakes that we went to, Lake Sabrina, North Lake, and this South Lake, they sit at a very high elevation. South Lake here is at 9,800 plus feet of altitude.
Beautiful campsite I have here at Fort Jeffries Campground in Bishop. If you are up in the area, this is a nice campsite with flushing toilet. There is a water spigot. Obviously, they tell you not to wash dishes and do your things in here. And I have the inside of the campsite. Beautiful open area behind my camper. Very spacious. You can put a few tents here if you need to. Not too many people around in the loop. There are quite a few more people on the outside of the campground, outside loop, outside edge, which has a little bit more shelter, shade with the trees. And I think you can hear the creek flowing pretty nicely in the background. Beautiful Fort Jeffries Campground.
Continuing our road trip north, we went to the Hot Creek Geological area. You can get to it via a dirt road that is accessible from behind the Mammoth airport.
This is the Hot Creek Geological site. There's a pool right there which is bubbling hot, I believe. From high above you can see it's all blue and steaming, and the water is flowing down into the river. The river itself has plenty of spaces where it is steaming and bubbly. Flows down stream. There are actually quite a few fishes in the river, so I guess the fish are used to the heat.
There was a rainstorm that came through, so we had to wait it out before we head over to Convict Lake, where we are staying for the night.
Beautiful hike along Convict Lake. going counterclockwise along the shorelines of the lake. It's beautiful.
The best way to do this relatively flat 3-mile hike is to do it in a counterclockwise loop. That way you get to see the views, the mountains as you go around. The next morning, a family of deer came to greet us. We are supposed to go to Devil's Postpile National Monument, but turns out that they are open only on the weekends, and the information on the website is incorrect. A few other people were in the same boat. So we ended up deciding to take the gondola up to the top of Mammoth Mountain to check it out and see what it is like during the summer. Well, after that, it's time to go home.